Hello, my name is Veronica, and welcome to the Learning Lab, episode number 91, the latest, newest Martha Stewart ginormous punches. Come on into the lab and let's get punching. And so I am going to start with the punch around the page set, and this is the butterfly lace. I'm going to use some of the We Are Memory Keepers paper by the pound, and this happens to be 6 by 6, and of course you can punch with any combination that they list on the papers. So to get started, I'm just going to open my wings, and I do tend to punch upside down, so that's what I'm going to do. And I think I want to punch this side. So first I'm going to start with my corner. And get all of those punched first. Whereas these are large, they do punch nice and clean. So now I'm going to bring in the straight side to these and just let down those wings. And so what I'm going to do now is to line this up with the pattern on the edge. Bring that in. That's my corner punch, and so I'm lining those up. Yes, I need to apologize for my lighting. I'm not sure what's ailing it, except I'm missing another little smaller lamp that I use. Okay, so let me get these lined up right here on the edge and give it a punch. And from here on out, I'm just going to now line up the pattern from the punch. And voila, there we are. Stunning. Oh, I love this. Now when they show this on TV, they go so fast that sometimes you don't really get to appreciate the beauty of these stamps, but isn't that stunning? These stamps are huge. I'll give you that. They are ginormous, but they are very easy to stamp. And this one is the butterfly lace punch around the page. And this is part of the auto delivery from when Martha Stewart had her punches as the Today's Special on HSN. Okay, now let's just move to a straight punch. Now this one is the double punch, and it is the butterfly lace. And it just gives you a single punch out of the paper. So I'm still using some of the We Are Memory Keepers paper. I'll slide that in and give it a push down, and you get a cute little butterfly. Now this one I have the stripes going that way. You can, change it up a little bit depending on how you turn your paper. And there they are. Some cute little butterflies ready to adorn whatever you want to put them on. Okay. I'm ready to play now. See how easily those come out? And just by simply changing up the orientation of your paper, you get a completely different look to your butterfly. And I'm still using some of that same We Are Memory Keepers paper by the pound that I've had around forever. And I'm going to choose this really bold print, just to kind of see what we get. So starting out, I'm going to see if I can put it where it's about halfway in between and start punching. Please keep in mind this is my very first time using these punches. So, of course, the more you use them, the more they will limber up. And so there they are. Those cute butterflies that would look great blinged out with a little Sakura Stardust pen. Go in there. You know what? Instead of talking about it, let's do it. And pulled out some of my Sakura Jelly Roll Stardust pens. I also pulled out my Identa pens. They are dual tip markers, fine on one end, bullet on the other. And I also pulled out my Permapaint metallic ones. So let's play with these a little bit and see what we get. So starting here, if I wanted to delineate the body of them, I could just come right around the side with the fine tip of this pen. And then to give it a little more definition, I can go back and color it in with a different color. And here, I think I'm going to use this pink. If my card had been black, this probably would have shown up a lot better. But at the time I was getting ready, I wasn't thinking about coloring them in. But since I'm here, you know, why not? So now what I have is the body of each butterfly outlined. Now I think I want to come in with some blue to make that part stand out. And there I am beginning to get the makings of my butterfly. And it's also something that you can cut out and use them individually on your page there. And now that I'm looking at it, my metallic isn't really picking up on this very matte paper. So that's really a good waste of a metallic pen. So we're going to go back to the Identa pens and use those. Permanent markers, so you know, be careful where you're using them, because they ain't coming off. But we have two tips. We have this nice kind of little, let me pull in a white piece of paper, pointy tip, and then we also have a very fine tip. So I'm going to come in with my very fine tip and do a bit of doodling on my butterfly. Nothing sensational, but just something to give it a little bit of oomph. And, you know, if I must say so myself, for cooking on the fly, that looks pretty good. But that is just an idea of what you can do to your projects to bump them up a little bit or to enhance them. You know, make them into something you want them to be. It's the beautiful thing about art. You only have to please yourself. And if you like it, I love it. That was a saying that my mom always had. You said, what do you think? She goes, do you like it? Well, y'all like it. She said, then I love it. Talk about a cheerleader and a supporter. That would be her. But this is the string of butterflies, and I just doodled on them a little bit to give them a little oomph. And can you imagine that? Let's turn this over since I've marked it up a little bit. Across the bottom of a card. 3 of those doodled up by you. Wouldn't that be cute? Cute, cute, cute. So this is my latest auto delivery from HSN of my Martha Stewart butterfly set punches. They're gorgeous. So if you weren't on auto delivery for them, you're going to have to wait a bit until they're in the stores. This punch around the page butterfly lace is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. And this is a double craft punch. And then this one, of course, is our double edge punch. Thank you for joining me in the lab today. Please remember to check out my blog at inkallusions.blogspot.com, where you'll find a lot more information and inspiration. Until then.